Hey guys, this is Michael Helene, and today we're going to be working on oil pastels. We're going to use every one that I have and see and test what they do, including this vintage one.
So I use these Prang sketch oil crayons for sketching, non-toxic, and painting. Oh, for sketching and painting, sorry. There's 24 colors. I don't know, did I get 24? Let's see. Yeah, there's 24. Okay, so I got all of them. I paid $4 for these. As far as condition, they're actually in pretty good shape. Some of them have like some, you can kind of see that green one, the violet one a little bit. They have like these indentions. But honestly, just putting them on this paper, holy cow. They actually feel really good. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna blend. Let's see. I started to use some of my oil that I use for oil painting. It's, what is it? Walnut oil? That's what it's called. Anyhow, I keep it in these little jars like this. I realized that my brush had a little bit of blue on it, and so it turned it purple. So let's try again. We're going to try it with some odorless mineral spirits as well. And we'll just keep working on this one here. Let's see if we can break it down. So it is breaking down a little bit. There's still a little blue on there because of what was on the brush, but I did get it all off. It was just like a residual amount, but it's definitely not breaking down as much as like my Sennelier oil paints, but not that I expected it to. Let's try another color just to see. Let's see what happens here. Just curious. Yeah, it's pretty on there. But so as far as breaking down, they do. I mean, you can get that, you know, color to move a little bit. No big deal. Sorry, I'm holding my phone because I wanted to do this like kind of quick video, and I feel bad because it's kind of shaky. Now the odorless mineral spirits here. Try the orange. Oh, that definitely broke it down more. Okay, so my Sennelier oil pastels, I can use both, and they'll both break down really well. And we'll try blending here in a minute too. Let's see how this does. And this is just watercolor paper. I just kind of yanked it out and thought, okay, we'll try it. So anyways, the mineral spirits definitely breaks it down. So it becomes almost like a watercolor looking, doesn't look like an oil paint anymore, but when you mix it, it may. So let's try that. Okay, so we're gonna try the ultra blue. And you can see like it really goes down more like a crayon than an oil pastel, but there's sometimes those are really great to have, especially like when you're doing an underpainting. And then I just picked up, I think this is the Sketcho Pink. And we're gonna blend them together with two here. They do blend. Let's see. And you can of course blend them with your finger, but they're not moving a whole lot. And you can see, I mean, it's pretty dry, right? So, I mean, could you use this? Certainly for some things, but they're old. I actually kind of like them for this technique. I mean, look at that. It's almost like using these oil pastels, these old oil pastels, like as a watercolor. That's kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see. They're not going to move each other. And then, of course, there's a white that comes with it, so we can try and see how that white does. I just think it's fun to play, right? Like when you're doing this. Now the white definitely has seen better days, so we'll try to clean it off. Okay, so we cleaned off the white. It still has, I didn't want to like scrape it. I wanted to just see if I could get off the stuff on the surface. And as you can see, it did a pretty good job. Okay, so let's see how the white does. Okay, it's blending it. Well, heck, that kind of works. I mean, it's a little chunky, but so are some of my other cheap brands of oil pastels. I probably have blue on my fingers, so I got a little blue on there, but I mean, it works, especially if you're going to use it for an underpainting. Let's see what it does on here. Yeah, look at that. You could totally use that to do line work, to create texture. These are totally usable. I'm so excited. Look at that. I actually like these better than some of my, like, hold on, let me tell you what I've got over here. These Craypos, extra fine quality oil pastels, I don't like them as much as I like these, which sounds crazy, but I just feel like they are so dry and they're so hard to use. And honestly, they don't break down even half as good as these old oil pastels. Now, I also have some that I got at, like, oh God, where did I get them at? It was like a Tuesday Morning, like some just like off name brand ones. And then I have these obviously Sennelier ones. And I have a couple packs of these and I have a few more coming. So that's kind of nice. And those are great. But as a base, it's nice to use something a little waxier and then do the real creamy oil pastels on top. So we'll have to try and see how the Sennelier work over top of these. But I'm kind of excited. I mean, they definitely work. They're definitely usable. Let's see. So this might still be a little bit damp. But I mean, you can see it definitely is gonna work. And you could get some lines through here. Let's see. Sometimes I'll even like carve off a piece of it and break it down and use it as paint. So, I mean, you know, gives you some choices. I don't know. I didn't think I'd be able to use these as much. Let's see what the Sennelier does over top of it. Okay. I went ahead and set up my camera so that we can actually do some work because I ended up doing more than I thought I was going to do. So let's see. Let's do... These are the ones I was telling you I have. So I have these. I have the Craypos, Artist Loft, Faber-Castell. These are the ones I was saying I got at, like, I don't know, Tuesday Morning or something. And then I have these, I don't know, these are like, this is like an Art Skills white, which I don't know where that came from. But these are, let's pull a pink out there. I've been trying to do the pink. I don't have a pink in this color, but we could maybe try like a tan or something. These just have tans. They're not as much fun to work with, so I don't know. Let's see. Let's compare. Okay, let's get our pink out. So we've got, this is our pink. And it does go on really smooth. Like, it's pretty nice. It does not blend very well, but if you draw a base, like I said, this is the Faber-Castell 24 set of oil pastels. Let's see. It feels almost the same, maybe a little bit creamier, but again, they're brand new. I mean, not brand new, they're like a year old. They definitely move a little bit more. You can see that they're moving more. The Artist Loft, these are about the same as the Faber-Castell. They're a lot waxier, but they do move a bit more. The Craypos, let's see. I'm curious about these because I haven't been, maybe it's the paper. Maybe I just like the paper because now they seem a whole lot better. But, you know, again, I'm still not totally hating it, but you can definitely see that I'm getting a lot more movement than I am with this one. Now, the more I heat it up, the more it's moving, but it's just not moving enough, you know. But again, as you know, to use them underneath, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And we can get these other textures. I actually really like these for some things. These little Tuesday Morning ones that I got. And they are Vicky Boughton, I think. I don't have pink, but we'll try this one.
So you can see these are a little denser, a little more flaky. See how that flake that comes off? But I do like that they feel very like slick and kind of oily, and they spread really nice and they blend really nice. So sometimes I'll even use that to my advantage, and it's fine. They all have their uses, right? Like, it's not, I don't feel like, every single one has to be the same, right? I'm going to pull out Sennelier in a minute, but let's just see. This is the odorless mineral spirits. And I'm just going to kind of place it on top. And you can really, I mean, look at this one. This one just really moves. I mean, what a difference, right? You see the difference? More like that, which, I don't know, I'm kind of curious why. Maybe a different amount of oil versus wax. I'm not entirely sure. But you'll see a huge difference. I mean, look, those don't hardly move. And maybe it's the color too. Maybe it's like the pink versus the other colors. So this one was, wait a minute, we did that one. Oh gosh, now I can't remember. That one, was it that one? Yeah. Was something like that. Anyways, I mean, you can kind of see that those are chunkier, less chunky, don't move as much, etc., etc. Really, you get the idea. These three are very similar. So look at the difference, though. These two are probably the most similar, if not the exact same color. I don't know. But watch this. I'm kind of curious. It might be a yellow ochre. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't say on there. So this is the Vicky maybe it does, and I just didn't see it. And this is the dark yellow Sketcher. And this one Sketch O by Prang, which I think Prang is still around. That's what I thought. Honestly. So you saw how well that last one moved, right? Look at this. I mean, what a difference. I can still get a little bit, but it's a little more watercolory. Right, so they both have uses. I mean, it's not like you couldn't, do something with it. For $4, I mean, we'll figure it out, right? Now, the Sennelier. I didn't even open it. I should have opened it, sorry. Oh no, they fell out of their case. All right, so let's find, I got the small one out. So let's just find like a pinky looking one. I use this one a lot in skin, but I don't have a pink in this one. But look at how creamy that is. I mean, it's just like pure velvet. And it just literally I mean, look at that. The flow and the glide. Oh, it'll go all over. And then it even gets into the creases really well. I mean, it's just so pretty. And then, with my oil, it works. With the odorless mineral spirits, it works. Oh, sorry. I'm dipping, and I don't think I dipped. Did I get any? I don't know. Okay, there we go. So, look at that, right? And this is a little bit less dark of a color. It's more of a pinky kind of color, but look at how pretty that is, right? Oh my God. I could do this all day. I love playing and doing little swatches. It's so much fun to like see what you can get and see what you can create, and just the different textures and variations of things. And I mean, I just love Sennelier, and I love oil pastels. They're just so much fun to use. What do we think? That one, maybe? This one, I don't know. It's kind of different. It looks more like that one, but I mean, just look at the difference. It's such a huge difference. It's like if I pull it down, none of those hardly move, but that one just moves so pretty. But if I were to down, well, let's use the pink again. So let's say we lay down this pink. And we just got our base, right? We don't waste our really high quality oil pastels on the underneath part, and we can use that, and then we can go on top. I mean, you could even go on top with one of these to create some blending before you use your higher quality pastels, and then they kind of get sunken into the paper and give you a nicer, smoother surface. Then you can go back on top with your other pastels, and if you want to blend a little bit, you can. And in fact, if you do the creamier ones on top of these waxier ones, you won't get as much blending together. So again, right, just another type of texture you can create. If you want them to blend together, then you can certainly blend the two oil colors together. They're two like softer ones together. All kinds of different textures. But it's just another way to do it, right? And I play with them all the time. I love like different types, different brands, different things, because you can just do so much. And of course, you know, with your whites and stuff, you can blend. Let's see if I have a white here. I just bought a couple, so if I put the white on top of here, right, it's gonna blend more. But if I put it on top of, say, that guy there, it's gonna be like right on top of it. See? So you can see the difference. I mean, I could go layer and layer and layer, but it's still not going to cover it as well. Okay? And you can really see, you know, how that works and the difference. Same pressure, same amount. You know, some of the colors are different, obviously, but I don't even know if the white, you get a little bit of blending, but it'd be good if you need like a lighter pink, use that, you know, magenta color as your base, do the white over top, and you don't even really have to blend it, right? I mean, look at that. It just picks up just enough. And if you blend it out, you get that little bit of dark. You could use it for shadows and highlights or whatever you want to do. So anyways, there's lots of different things you can do and tricks you can do. Now, this chalkier one goes over. I'm sorry, this waxier one, it's a little bit more translucent, but I get a stronger cover on those, right? Let's just see. And of course I use white a ton to blend. But knowing different ways to do things is always fun. And I love a smooth surface, so you can get texture, smooth, so many things, so many things. So anyways, I'm excited to do an artwork with this. I think I'm gonna do this little mushroom. I went ahead and set it up with watercolor, just as a background. Sometimes I like to do that so that if I am doing my oil pastels and anything's missing, it sort of fills in underneath. So I'll do like a little underpainting and then do my oil pastels on top. So let's see how it goes. But I'll probably do that as a separate video. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and like my little playing with oil pastels, and that it helps you guys to realize that even if you have cheaper or less expensive or vintage oil pastels, you can make it work, right? I mean, you can, hold on, did we do this? I don't know if we did it or not. Hold on, I think we did. Yeah, we blend the two together. I mean, look, we can get an orange doing that, look. So if you mix, you know, pink and yellow, you're going to get an orange, or red and yellow, or whatever, you're going to get an orange. So you can get it, right? You just might have to do more blending with the sticks rather than with turpentine or, you know, mineral spirits or oils or your fingers or whatever. You can also use like sponges and things like that. I have these little eraser things that are supposed to be pen erasers. They came with something. Sometimes I use these to create textures. I'll use different pens. You can use them to blend. Look how cool that is. So you can get all kinds of fun, different like textures with that. I don't know what it is. It's like a rubber, but they're super easy to wipe off and clean. You can go in and pick pigment up a little bit. I don't use them to erase pen. I don't know. I don't think they even worked. I think I tried it one time, you can see, and then that was it. So those are kind of cool. They're just like little rubber pen erasers. I actually have a dry pen, Zig pen, totally dry, and I'll use that to scrape away to create texture, right? You can scrape some of this away. You create teeny tiny lines. The reason that I like this is because look how fine that is. It's super fine. Now I've got other things too that you can use. I mean, you know, you've probably seen these like clay things, little clay things. They work well, but you just can't get it fine enough. They're great for blending out edges though. So if you're like blending out an edge, right? Or to fix something. That's the coolest thing about oil pastels is like, you don't like something, you can kind of just fix it and go right over top of it. So I do a lot. I'll use this for blending. I'll use this for moving things around, scraping. Let's see if I can, there you go. Sometimes I'll even just use it for placing like small amounts of color. See that? At that angle. So that's a fun tool. Makeup brushes. Other erasers like what are these called? These erasers here. These are great. You can shape them into different shapes and they won't necessarily erase, but you can do some blending, movement with them, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. Sometimes you can pick up some color and boop, 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 boop. These actually, I use these a lot when I use soft pastels. As you can see, all that blue on there, I've been trying to get rid of that forever. But I have so many of them and I use them for different things. I keep so many tools next to me because if I want to get creative with something, it allows me to not be like, oh, well, I wish I had this thing or I wish I had that thing. I have this knife pen. It has